already. Holy moly. Are we going? Hey everyone. Welcome to the Quilt Shop, the Sunday Live. I think Clive realized we were getting ready, so he just thought he'd get in this time right away. So he tried to take the free motion foot off the desk. See, I told you, he really likes it. I don't think he's quite ready for that though. Maybe later, hey? I figured maybe if we got his little time out of the way, we can actually get some work done. Hey? He's such a cute little guy too. He's got a little nip out of his ear too on this side, and he's got a little gold fleck right here on his eye, right there. And it's just, he's just really quite a handsome little boy. Yeah. We adopted him when he was 3 or 4. They weren't quite sure, so, but like I said, we've had him for 8 years, so he's like 12 or 13 by now, so. Right, buddy? Hey, are we done? Say hi to everybody. Whee! High five. Okay, all right. Love your little motor. There you go. Hey, everyone. How's it going? Hope you're having a fantastic Sunday. We've progressed quite a bit on the skirts. And with the help of Munchkin and Pop, we reset some seams to make us all happy. So it's not perfect, but nothing really ever is, but we did the best that we can. Of course, we always do the best we can. So there was a couple of questions about how I did the free motion trees on my fall fair project. And I thought maybe we just take a couple moments in the beginning of this live stream here to do a little free motion tree. So if everybody's okay with that. What? We all right with that? Yeah? All right, so we're just gonna put that. And it did win me 2nd place. There's my ribbon. And I think I have a buyer for it. So I'm very happy about that too. All right, so I hope we receive it too. We will go through mail. We got mail in our mailbag. We're very excited about that. Hello, Angie. Hello, Grace. Hello, Vicky and Pat and Patsy and just going by Beth and Jerry Lynn and Joyce and Sandra and Mimi. And thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm just switching out my regular foot, the regular old Libbity Bob foot here for my free motion foot. Okay, and I'm making sure that it's getting screwed in. Okay. Yay, trees. Well, I did it as a long arm Wednesday, but I wanted to make sure that you guys could see that you can still do it on your domestic machine. Is Grace out there? I thought I saw Grace. I have a surprise for her. I know I'm going to see her next Saturday, but yeah, she's there? Okay, all right. I made you something. I made you this bag out of, I guess you call it cheater fabric. I'm not sure what you would really call it, but it's your quilt's going to go in it. So, and it's like, it's double. You can see the sunflowers all printed on the inside. Hopefully you can. So I can't wait to give it to you. It's super cute. I had a lot of fun making it. And then it's reversible too. So if you didn't want to hang out with the sunflowers, you could easily just turn it right the other side out. There's no pockets. I couldn't quite figure out how to do it without, you know, messing up my beautiful stitching. And then if you get tired of that, you got the beautiful outside. And I did it with a couple of different threads so the flowers stand out. Thank you. And that's for Grace. So I can't wait to see her. She's going to come over for a visit next Saturday. Yep, very excited. Very excited. So hopefully she saw that. I haven't seen anything have come up on there, so get Pop to tuck it away if he doesn't mind. No worries, whenever you get time. Oh, there she is. Yay, I'm glad you like it. Thank you. Thank you. It's all yours, baby. Yes, 6 more sleeves. I'm just as excited. We're like 2 peas in a pod, her and I. I think I get along with people like that. So it's, you know, like all the peoples, you know, I want to be friendly. Like I make a good friend. All right. So I'm making sure my foot is screwed in. There's nothing going on there. And if you, cause I obviously have this big beast, right? But you have feed dogs. That's normally is a switch down here somewhere, hiding, whatever, you'll feel it. It's like a little switcheroni. Or it's magical, like mine, and when I go to my free motion setting on my machine, it automatically drops and knows exactly what I want to do with it. There is a silpat mat, sort of. I think that's what it's called. And it slips right over this. And it has pretty much a hole that you're going to line up with your center hole right here. And it's going to stitch in there, but make it really easy for your little quilt sandwich. I just chose white broadcloth with a little batting separate in between. Just, you know, nothing too fancy-pantsy. So you could just see what I was doing. And I have this awesome variegated thread. Hold on. I'll try and get it up to the big camera so you can see it. Hold on, maybe Pop can focus in there. I don't know if you can, but it's really cool. It's from Signature. It's a cotton. It's got reds and tans and browns and, you know, shades of each and a little bit of burgundies and stuff. And it really made the depth of some of these trees really stand out. So, you know, thread is sometimes half the battle, right? So I'll have to read all your texts. Okay, so we'll put this back over in my little cookie bucket, because that's what works for me. Okay, well, I don't want to not. Okay, so that's all right. As long as I'm not catching up on anything. Okay, and I gave another sandwich just in case I made a mess on this one. So I had a backup, okay? So when you think of a tree, you think of how it grows from the bottom up sort of thing. And like I said, if you want, like on Long Arm Wednesday, if you wanted to put their name, like, you know, like us, well, let's say quilt shop, you know, quilt shop in there, and then make some roots around it, or put the name after you've done the roots or what have you. It doesn't matter. And then you're just going to build up. So we'll try not to do too much time on this, but just so you can kind of get a feel, maybe a few minutes. Okay, and with free motion, you want to make sure you're bringing your bobbin thread up to the top. And I chose to just use the same variegated thread. I just loaded the bobbin. Okay, so it doesn't matter whatever side it was going to look on.
What's your favorite batting to use?
Oh, I would say probably the 80-20 or the bamboo solid. I mean, I like them. The cotton at least comes from a renewable source, and so does the bamboo. Loft obviously has its place with donation quilts and baby quilts and stuff that's going to be washed and weared almost daily sort of thing. So what's the topic now? Oh, we're just doing some free motion. Going to do some treesy bits. Just because, you know, the people were curious at how I started it. So, you know, just a little bit of this little side note first, just to have a little free motion fun. So hopefully that's okay. Yeah, warm and natural batting. Perfect. Exactly. We'll watch on the Archive Grocery Shopping Day. What? What was that? I need help. What kind of batting? Oh, that was, okay, Judy Patterson's. Okay. So, and there's also machiner gloves that you can get. They're white with little rubber tips. Like I said, I think garden gloves, if you don't use them for gardening, have little rubber tips on them too. So you could use that too, just as long as the color doesn't transfer onto your project. Try and go with white. And you'll be surprised how much those whites will actually soak up dye colors from your fabrics as you're going around. Like even this blue. The blue would have been a little bit of fabric change onto it too. Okay. So I'm kind of starting maybe 1/3 of my space up. And you can either chalk this out or pencil it out or what have you. Thank you. You just kind of have some fun. Just have some free motion fun, okay? So I got my little light out. You know, kind of see where I'm going. This is how I built my trees out on my my project. So, oops, switch it to the right mode. Hold on, there we go. Quilting and free motion. There we go. So you can hear that. It dropped the feed dogs and it shifted to a different position, okay? And I already know I have my threads up from the bottom, so I'm going to make sure my foot is down, even though it's not, you know, it's not touching my fabric, but it is going to kind of bounce up against it. So as you're thinking about building a tree, you're going to go up the branches, oops, and come back and then build and build and build. You're not going to keep concentrating on one spot. You're going to come back and forth, you know, okay? All right, here we go. Or maybe. I was going to say, Naomi had a different idea. So we'll just do kind of like a small version. Like I said, this variegated thread really makes it stand out in such a different level, okay? And you're just going to move your hands along. It's not too complicated. You might find, okay, well, you're going too fast, or, you know, I don't know how to go that speed. I have mine pretty much at max. Actually, that was in between. If I put mine all the way down to slow and my pedal all the way, like that's as fast as it's going to go. So you do need some speed. So go about midway and pedal to the metal and just go and have some fun. I know I say it sounds easy, but just move her back and forth. If you want to build up a couple of branches at a time, or build these guys. If you like yourself more of a leafy, bushy kind of tree, make them all short together. Like, you know what I mean? Go like ziggity-zag, and then, you know, right there, close together. And then build out a little bit and do some more really, really close together. You know, that's going to give you a totally different kind of maybe like a cedar sort of tree or something like that. I mean, it's completely up to you, right? It's your tree. Don't forget to cross over, because branches always cross over, okay? And you can just see the depths already with this little variegated thread, right? And if you can, because this soaks up a lot of thread, buy it in a big spool. If you can't, then try and buy it when it's on sale with the little ones, because I think I spent, when I did a wolf quilt for my girlfriend Helen, she really loves wolves. So I took a cross stitch pattern. That was only maybe, I don't know, 10 inches by 10 inches, and I made it a huge queen size quilt. So I just, you know, I figured, math is good. I can figure this out, right? So, and I thread painted it with variegated blues and whites and grays, and it was fantastic. But I used like 6 spools, and I could have probably used about 6 more if I really wanted to get all crazy into it. So, you know, but I didn't realize how much it was going to soak up. So, and this is, we're just concentrating on a little tree. And you may use one whole bobbin for this tree. You may, that, you know, if it takes one whole bobbin, it takes one whole bobbin, but you made this awesome tree. You know, of course, if you can look to nature for inspiration. If all you have is palm trees beside you, then, you know, do palm trees. Or if you got, you know, cacti or something, I don't know. I'm sure you can think of something. Clive said that wasn't enough of his TV time. Meow. Just move it around, and then it's going to take its own shape. It really is. It's in no time at all, you're going to have this really cool project, and you're like, hey, I made that, and I think I'm going to put that in a bag, or I'm going to make myself a little clutch purse out of that, or I'm going to put that in my bathroom as a wall hanging, or, you know, or something, you know. And you just build up. You get a little bored with one side, come back to the other side, right? I just thought I'd just show you on both machines that it's okay. Don't be afraid. You have that funky foot, and if you need to buy that funky foot, they're usually not too expensive. Maybe, you know, $6-8, something like that. But it opens up a whole new experience of you and fabric and batting. You know, it really does. You just start building up your trunk, come back and forth, do a little curl, represented like a knot. You know, it's completely up to you. Make it wonky, make it straight, make it 12 branches out, make it only 2 branches, make it a sad looking tree, make it a happy tree. Happy little tree right over here. That's what we're building. Happy little tree. There we go. So hopefully you guys can see that. Is that good? Is that good enough show? Is that, oh yeah? Okay, all right. I don't want to take up too much time, but I wanted to at least give you guys the opportunity to see. I'll come back all the way down here. All right, and then I'll show you that. There we go. What do you think of that? Oh, sometimes she goes too far. Uh-oh.
Bella.
Oh. Yeah, she's a character, that one. Yeah, so don't be afraid. You can do it, okay? Don't be afraid. No, just move it. Maybe move a little bit faster, Mimi. Maybe just move it a little bit faster. You'll find your right rhythm. That's why I make up a bunch of these little sandwiches. And next thing you know, you'll have like 2 or 3 in and you'll be like, holy, I'm getting the swing of this. It's like driving a stick shift. You know what I mean? You have to have, the rev of the engines, the RPMs, how to shift and so on and so forth. You know it. You'll just get to the groove of it and you're off to the races. Yeah, maybe slow down your speed. Speed up, speed down, speed up or slow down. Is there anything I can't do? I can't paint. You ask me to paint the wall, I've made a mess. And I've tried. Like, I really put the 100% effort into painting. We just don't get along. It seems like wherever it's not supposed to be, that's where it ends up. And icing a cake. If you ask Cousin Carol, it gets everywhere. It's like, oh my gosh, it got everywhere. It was like on the kitchen, and I was like it was on the section of the kitchen I wasn't even near, so I don't even know how it got over there. Oh yeah, Crazy Black from Texas. You go for that, Angie. Yeah, you'll find something. You'll find something. So I don't drive it with stick shift. I heard that. Yeah. We drive stick shifts here. That's just how we like it. Yeah. So anyway, so maybe you'll give something a try. And either way, when you look at it, your back should look just as good as the front if your tensions is good, and you depends on the thread you choose. Like if you had a great, and this is where playing with tension can help actually add a different accent. If you put like green or black in the bobbin and maybe a lighter tone or a lighter green on top, it's going to pull some of those colors from the bottom up to the top a little bit, and you're going to see like a whole different little texture. So it may look like little buds to the trees or something like that if you had a really bright green. So anyways, all right, that's enough of that.
So, kid says hi. For some reason I haven't got it up in there for you.
Oh, okay. Hello. I refreshed, I guess. Okay, so what we did, just to kind of do a little refresher from last week, and I think I did mention on Long Arm Wednesday that, I wasn't entirely 100% happy with my seams, the way they were going up on the tree skirt. So with the help of Pop and Munchkin and a couple of seam rippers, they helped me deal with some of the seams I wasn't completely pleased with. So, and I reset it up a bit better and tweaked it a bit better. The top is a little bit more wonkier, as you can be able to tell right here. It's a little bit more wonkier, if that's even a word, than the bottom. But really, in all retrospect, you're going to see the bottom of the skirt, not the top of the skirt. It's going to be up under the tree. Nobody's going to be looking up under there. So, and we'll put a nice little binding around. There was just only like 2 pieces or 3 pieces that really kind of came lower in the red for some check. I don't know what. I have literally, between Pop and I, we were trying to figure out why, and we couldn't. So all I can think of is maybe I had an angle different one day, or cuts, or for one strip set or something, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it slipped, or I thought it was right when it was wrong. It's life. We tried to fix it the best we can. So hopefully you like. I'll show you right now so you get a better look at it, and then you can see that it is better than the way we left it last week. Okay. All right. Okay. So what do we think? It looks much more consistent around the edge. Ooh, we've got some threads here. Uh-oh, I missed a bunch of text. So I'm sorry, I'll have to go back and read. So, with my coffees or my teas. I don't even drink coffee. Okay, so there we go. There's half. Here's the other half. It's looking fantastic. We're just super duper in love with these tree skirts and happy the way they are turning out, you know, as you know, we're working it. Glad it looks nice. Thank you. There we go. How do you get one of Pop Seam Rippers? You just go to the website, the wesewit.ca, right? The WESEWIT.ca. And right in there, there's you know, there's big seam ripper, little seam ripper, stiletto, big seam ripper, stiletto, just a seam ripper. I mean, the choice is really yours. And the ones that we just sent out the other day they were beautiful. So it was some pretty colors, and I don't know, if you like one, go ahead and order. So thank you, we appreciate that. All right, so here we go. There we go. Thanks, Nightbot. Seam rippers. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, Becky. Is there any way we can make that just a smidgen bigger? Yeah, just a smidgen. It's kind of tiny for me. Yes, it's coming, Becky. It's coming. Yes, that's a little bit better. Thank you. It seems like just a smidgen bigger, and it's just so nothing. I had to go squinty old lady like we can't see nothing. Okay, so like I said, this bottom is looking really good. We're loving it. So as we took some apart, the ones that I had at the end, remember I had told you I'd leaving the flaps out until we were trying to decide, but anyways, they ended up being in the center at some point, and you know, they got lopped off, they got trimmed. So it's beautiful, it's looking good. What I'd like to deal with before we start working on the bottom a little bit is doing a stitch. I took a bowl that we had from the kitchen, just that would fit right within the space that needs to be here. I kind of lined it up the best I could, as if I was thinking it was going around the tree. And like I said, there was a couple little sections in here. The way it was wrapping were a little funky, but that's okay. So I put the bowl down, and it tried to give me a nice circle to work with. So, and then I put a nice pencil line all the way around. So I actually want to stitch probably on that line, and then we're going to cut on the inside of it, just, you know, maybe a quarter of an inch, a half an inch in between there, sort of thing. And then we're going to, I want to make sure it's not going to go anywhere, rip apart or anything like that. So we actually put two stitches around. We'll see how it behaves itself. And then we know that the center is top and it's done, and it's going to be ready for the binding when we get to it, after it's all been long-armed and stuff. So want to make sure that center is stable, and then we're going to work around the outside. So let's do that first, but I have to switch my foot out and my thread out so we can talk. What's going on? What's everybody up to? Staying out of trouble? It's been a beautiful week. Fall is coming though, we can tell. Oops. We don't want that extra lint. It's nice to have Mr. Nomi back from the repairman. I thought he was funny when you know, the stitch count was really high. I saw what he had written down on his piece of paper. I'm like, I don't even know if I can actually count that, like actually verbally say those numbers out loud. I'd have to think about that. What's up, buddy cat? Cutting up your scraps into usable pieces. I spent 4 days doing that, and I really thought I put a dent in my stuff. I really did. But it's nice to have things to work with. I literally have a bucket. If I wanted to go with that bucket, I have 4, 5, and 6 inch squares in there, and I can easily make up a bunch of bags in a snap, like bibbidi bobbidi boo. Some bags for you and some placemats or whatever, right? All right, so taking the free motion foot off, switching it back to regular mode stitch, and I wanted to make these stitches really close together because I don't want them ripping apart. So I'm going to go down to like 1.8 or something like that. Okay. Sophie's got an itch. All right, so I want to come in Oh, I need my white thread. I'm not going to go far without my white thread. Don't be so silly. Is my bucket empty? Yep. Love the cardinal. The cardinal was fantastic. Thanks to Pop for kind of getting the pattern all sorted out for us to use. We tried so hard to find the one that is like when you go like cardinal block on, and all the one that pops up on Pinterest. Not one pattern could we find. Or they wanted, I think I found one, but they wanted like $15 for it. I'm like, geez, are you kidding? We can figure this out. Oh, a laundry. Yeah, not my favorite. That's in Munchkin's domain, so Munchkin deals with our laundry. If it was up here, we would deal with it up here, but I don't like going into his space. He needs his privacy. Everybody needs their privacy. Everybody needs their space. I've stressed that so many times on many situations. Everybody needs their own space, you know, to call their own, right? It was really easy too. Where did mine go? No, you're not having any more time. Scoot, scoot. Scooty, scoot, scoot, scoot. What did I do with mine? Oh, there they are. And in fact, I made two. I figured I already had like 3/4 of the parts already cut made for the other one. So I made two. So there's my second one. And there's my first one. So I will pick which one suits the quilt best when we get to that point, and then that's the one to get added, and the other one will go as probably an accent pillow or whatever. But the suggestion was, I forgot who it was, and I apologize, that if you put one cardinal on one side and one cardinal on the other like that, the snowman's table runner, that would be really kind of cool too, don't you think? One like that, be awesome table runner. Bit of stuff in between, or maybe a linking of holly or I don't know, something. I'm sure you can think of something. I think that would be beautiful too. How's my mom doing? Oh, thank you for asking. She's back in her St. Teresa's home. She's not 100%, but she is getting a little bit better. She was kind of not very chatty, so I didn't want to push her. But she, you know, did say that she was back home and she was getting better. So fingers crossed and knock on wood that everything continues to get better with her leg, that's for sure. So, thank you very much for asking. I really appreciate it. And thank you guys for keeping her in your prayers and your thoughts. It means a lot. All right, so we're stitching on that line. And we may do another one probably right beside it. I think we are. I think we're going to. Just because I'm a little nervous about cutting it. And it's still maybe moving if the one set of stitches isn't going to work or set right. You know what if I come too close to it or whatever. So we'll try not to, but we're going to stitch around on that line just to give this whole inner tighter neck some stability of the tree. Or your really awesome owl costume. Or condor. Falcon. It was Falcon. Thank you. Someone mentioned that last time when I was making the joke about which cartoon character is this? It's the Falcon. All right, almost around to the other side. You know, and hopefully when you do yours, if you do it, you're, you know, more consistent than I am. I don't know what it was, whether, like I said, whether I moved the ruler or I didn't have the right angle, one section of cutting, or what happened. But, you know, nonetheless, it is what happens in a daily life of a quilter or someone who loves to work with fabric or sewer. So those are just issues we're just going to deal with the best that we can and move on. We can't stress about the small stuff. Are you kidding? We'd be here forever. I got more quilts to make. More stuff to do. Oh, I was gonna say, was one folded under? No, that was just one of the short ones. Just wanted to make sure. That's why I'm doing two. I probably could have did a zigzag, you know, and that's up to you. I just really want to make sure this whole inner circle is stabilized as much as I can get it. Exactly. So many quilts, so little time. Where that's, oh, sorry. What was where we found original block for what, honey?
Pinterest for the cardinal.
Oh, yeah, that's where we found the original one. Okay. Now, we can take the rotary cutter or just the scissors, and I think I'd rather just take the scissors. And like I say, I'm going to come up about quarter, half, somewhere about there, not coming anywhere near my stitches. Take your time. Don't rush it. And then after this, I will show you how we're going to lay out the bottom, and then we'll do mailbag. Beautiful, beautiful blocks came in this week. You guys are so awesome. Yeah, I can't tell you enough how awesome you guys are. Every single one of you. Just big squishy hug. Okay, big squishy hug. You guys are great. And I love your little artistry that you're sending our way. Okay, now those little bobs we don't need. Well, we don't want them up there either. So we're going to put them down. Okay, now we have a beautiful trimmed skirt. Okay, there we go. Okay, and then what we have here is our red triangles already cut out, and I will tell you what they are. I cut 20 by 20, okay, and then I just cut it straight in half, okay, and I even wrote it down so I wouldn't forget because I'm old. So it says 20 on 20 there, and then with a little angle cut. There you go. And then that's going to give us more than what we need, but I'd rather have more than short of. So more than what we need to come around those 5 little sections that we're going to do to put the little triangle out. And then we have all sorts of fun fabrics here, like Christmas fabrics. This one, these two right here, I figured between the two little pieces here, it's always been fussy cutted. Excuse me. I really liked the little cardinal with the hat and then the boots. And then there was Santa Claus up here, but I wasn't quite 100% sure if I actually wanted to put Santa Claus on the quilt. We didn't put Santa Claus on last year. It's, some believe in it, some don't. Some think that it doesn't have anything to do with Christmas. Some do. It's completely up to you. I do like the cardinals with the hat. So I thought maybe I might take a couple of them and because there's a couple of them here, I could take them out and place them on my little triangle piece wherever I want to, make them look like a little present or, a scene or something like that. There's also, whatever you want to use. There's another, like, this is all fabric that's been donated to the shop. So it's so fun to play with and think of it in a different manner. There's, little prints around here. You can take a little 4-pack of those and put them right in the center. It's completely up to you. You can make a block. If you find you have a bunch of blocks, little random or orphan blocks, maybe that's a perfect place to put them on your triangle. You can leave it completely plain if you want. Put candy canes on every single one. I want to make sure that I had enough fabric. So what I was doing on the one tree skirt, I had enough to be able to do on the other tree skirt. Not necessarily making them completely identical, but really as close as possible. So, and there's other chunks here. You can take this, cut it out like a Christmas ornament, add a little piece at the top, a little hook or something like that, make it so it's just even like a heart or something that says, all hearts come home for Christmas. All right, well, there we go. That pretty much describes what we're going to do here. You take these two dudes here and then just do a nice big heart, boom, and you applique that on. You know what I mean? Make it easy, make it simple, and just tie all this Christmassy stuff and the colors together. Like I have a bunch of these, and then even this one, like this, this is just a snowman, snowmans, they're just skiing. So make a couple of mittens out of it and then applique it down. The options are endless, right? Okay. So we'll just, what? No, it's mail time, not Clive time. Do I have a lot of fabric? I've collected a lot. I always look for deals. If I don't have to pay full price, I won't. But since opening the quilt shop, now you're clawing me. All right, come here. Since opening the quilt shop, we have been able to get bolts at a discounted, not just discounted price, but at least a wholesale price. And we also give those back, those prices pretty much right back to the people. So, you know, we have some really good fabric costs here. So there is that, but I do get some people clean out stuff. I recycle a lot. I look for deals. Like I say, the hand-me-down stores, the secondhand stores, there's lots of stuff that you can find over where the sheets and the blankets are. Sometimes there's huge yards and yards of fabric for a couple of bucks. Good sheets, good top sheets make perfect backings for quilts, so charity quilts, whatever, and you can use some of those little extra bits and bobs if it's a good sheet quality thread count as chunks in the next quilt and whatever, like reduce, reuse, recycle, right? So, aw, thanks, Beth. Thank you very much. Hello, Helen. First time catching you live. Thank you for the lovely cardinal. Definitely on my list. Well, there you go. I loved it. It was really quick and easy to do, Helen. It really was. Hello, Elizabeth. Mail from Austria is on its way. Yay! Love mail from Austria. We love mail anyway. Like, as long as it's not bills. We love any kind of mail. All right. Is Clyde ready to say goodbye? Probably not. I think he knows now. The camera's up. He's like, oh, I get cutoffs times. She won't kick me away a lot. You can help me with the mailbag? Right? You done? Oh, he's old. What snotty kiss. All right. Okay. Mailbag. All right. So first off, it's getting heavy. I may have to build another mailbag. First off, my friend and Gildy Janice gave me this binder. We were at a charity thing on Tuesday and doing breast cancer pillows and stuff like that for, obviously, for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And she gave me this cute little binder. And then we were doing a demo at the library on the Wednesday night. It's been very busy week. She gave me this little inset that she wanted to include. So this is where a picture of all your blocks are going to go, like before we all put the quilt together. So I just thought it was really cute. It says, to Laurelyn of the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, Hillsburg, Ontario, from her fans at home and around the world. And she did a beautiful job. You got a butterfly, a little happy face, and a big heart. And, you know, we'll get some of the plasticky cover bits. And actually, we tried to figure out when Staples was open till today because we were going to go after the live stream. And I just thought it was really sweet of her. So thank you very much for Janice. She's already put in her block here, too. Where's her block? There's her block. It's the maple leaf with the oak leaf in the hearts in there. That's her block. So thank you very much for Janice for that. And we will be using that. So here's this one. We'll pull this one out first. Here we go. This one is from Claudette from Anaheim, California. I'm not sure if you're in the chat, Claudette, but thank you very much for your beautiful block. Love, love, love it. Love the pinwheel. Love the star. Stars are one of my favorites too. I really am. I think there's nothing wrong with the star. And the same with the tree. You know what I mean? Star and a tree. Love it. Thank you very much. Beautiful. Love the fabrics you chose for fans. I said, ooh, Pop Fancy Dancy. Thank you very much for that. All right. So put that one right here. So I will make sure I didn't mix anybody up. This one is from Renee from Lake Orion, Michigan. Oh, totally love this one. She was totally state love bound. I love it. Love it. Check that out. Michigan, Michigan. Totally love it. I see those lakes a lot. Because there are lakes too. All right, there we go. Put that in there. So thank you very, very much. Okay, put that one back there. Now this one. This one was from Colbrand, Colorado. From Sandy Dew. I'm not sure Sandy's in the chat. If you are, thank you very much for your beautiful block. Check it out. Isn't that awesome? Love those colors. Love, love, love those colors. And I love how if you look right in the very center in the back, it's a tiny little pinwheel. That means she knows what she's doing, because mine never come out like that. Never. Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you so much for that, Miss Sandy. Yes, love it. Love it, love it. Pop it in here. I used to collect stamps, so I'm getting all sorts of cool stamps too, I tell you. All right, so pop that there. And then this one right here from Port Coquitlam, Sammy. Sammy. And this is her. Okay, just a Sammy from Port Coquitlam, BC. Check out her, I think it was Wonky Squares or Wonky Dots. What was it? Sorry, honey. I know. Check that one out. Hold on, I'm going to get it right here. Mini Wonky Diamonds block. Sorry. There we go. Love, love, love those colors. It's beautiful. Oop. Hold on. Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Clive's like, I'm helping. No, I'm not. Okay. There we go. Thank you very much for that, Sammy. Oops, lost your pen here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, come back here. There we go. See, now one of your pins is in my collection. I like claiming pins. Thanks for the pin, Sammy. Every time I see it, I'll think of you. Thank you very much for your beautiful block. Thank you, thank you. And this one right here is from North Ireland, and not only did Miss Heather send her block, I was just going to say, where'd it go? She sent us a beautiful gift too. So here's her block. Love it. Oh my gosh, just because I love green too. Just and the little shamrock, and she did such a beautiful job. I love the applique stitch she used all the way around it. I love the variegated greens. The two, it's just beautiful. Love, love, love it. I can't wait to see the quilt either, Helly. Aren't they amazing? They are fantastic. Hello, hello, Alma from Georgia. Thank you guys very much. I love this block. Thank you very much for that, Cat Lady Moo. And not only did we get that, she sent to us a 2018 beautiful County Down appointment calendar, and it's got all these beautiful scenes that I would never see in my daily day. So I am so happy that she is sharing them with us. Actually, what's her anniversary? What's going to be on her anniversary? July. Ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, see, I see a quilt in there, don't you? I love that sort of stuff. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Big hugs. Big, big hugs. Thank you, thank you. All right, love mail. Love mail time. Okay, now those can get moved back here, and we're set, right? Okay. What? Yay! That's so much fun. I love that. It totally makes our week. I love going to the mailbox now. Not such a worry about bills. Oh, I can't wait to get your blocks. I can't wait. We're going to have to start pinning them up somehow, just so everybody can see what's going on. They are amazing. I totally love them. Totally love them. Okay, so that's just chalk. That's going to come off, and we can put that onto the underside, so not too worried about that. I cut 8. We only need 7. Let's see. Let's move our cardinals over here. Yeah, they turned out good. Really, really good. And like I said, if you had a couple of half square triangles of different sizes, as long as you're consistent, you can make that cardinal block no matter what. It's very fun. It's very fun to see people's creativity. What's the deal of mailing you blocks? Oh, Beth, actually here, maybe I should read it. Here we go. Start on this. During one of the live stream episodes from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop, viewers suggested that we as viewers, you, should make and send me, Laura Lynn, quilt blocks made by each of us, them be used. In this way, Laura Lynn could have a quilt of her own that would bless her in the same way she reaches out to bless others. through her generous donations of quilts as well as her quilting to meet whatever need there is. May these blocks remind you, Laurelyn, of how much you are loved and appreciated by all of us who tune into you and watch you do what you love to do. Quilt and help others. Thank you. Big heart. So that was from Janice. So obviously kind of went a little personal there, but you know, that's pretty much what it was. We were chatting, I think one of the first or the second live stream, and I was just so thrilled to have people from all over the place. You're just totally getting your time in. All over the place, just watching and chatting and want to hang out with this crazy Canadian in the quilt shop with the cat that consistently wants his TV time. And I just thought it was kind of cool. So we just said, hey, you know what? Send me a block of where you're from. I would love to know. And then that would make a really awesome quilt for the quilt shop. And if this keeps going, it's going to be an awesome quilt for the house. It's going to look amazing. No, we'll start. If it gets really big, we'll start making it to cover Walt's, you know, to be Walt's cover, you know. I can't wait. I can't wait. We've kind of held off on picking up the backing mat fabric because I was like, I don't know how much to get. I think we're going to probably get about 6 meters or 6 yards. So we'll see how that, hopefully that takes us. If I had to add some more, then it'll be an outside border, a chunk in the middle. Are you good? Can I get some work done? No? Oh, the address is easy. It's if you just go check to the Facebook of the Mama Pop Quilt Shop, and Pop said he's going to type it in right now. So feel free, and I would love to have your block. Thank you very much, Clive, the assistant. Yeah, he's more of a pain sometimes. He digs his claws in, and is like, it's tough love, and I'm like, I'm not into that kind of tough love. Thanks. Thank you, Becky. And thank you, Diane. And there was someone else who said they were going to send a block. I appreciate it. I can't wait. It is one of the highlights of our weeks. It really is. Besides, you know, sitting here and chat with you guys. So, but okay. So we've did the free motion, stitched around the center of the top. Showed you I fixed my boo-boos around the bottom, and we've also fixed the other one, the other quilt too. Sorry, not the quilt. I keep saying quilt, but it is a quilt. You know what I mean? We're gonna quilt it up, but it's a quilt for the tree. We did fix the other one as well, so I'll just show you. This was how they started off before we trimmed. Okay, I'll just show you here. Because when you do this pattern, you get enough to do two. You get enough, especially if you're flipping and flopping, right? Okay. So there's the other one. It looks much better on the go around, right? Much more consistent. It's prettier. We weren't too concerned more about the top. We're more concerned about the bottom, where you're going to be seeing it as it sticks out from underneath your presents and stuff like that, right? Or whether you have it on the wall, wherever you choose, or whatever you choose to do with the tree skirt. So now remember, you got to be watching the weekend projects, which we are at week 5. Week 5 was the cardinals, okay? And in those weeks, there's a secret word that is being said, and you have to write all those down. And in the end, you're going to have to give all those words to us, and then you get entered into the draw. But all the words have to be right before you get entered into the draw, okay? It's not that difficult. All you have to do is watch the videos. I mean, just put me on as background noise or something like that. I go, the secret word is, it's not like I'm hiding it or something, so, you know. Okay, what was the look for, honey?
Nothing.
Oh, it's because it's a background noise?
Yeah, that's me.
All right, so let's work on this one first, and then we can work on a little bit of this one next week, okay? Because I want to get sewing on some of our triangle. It is. It's going to be a big one. From Texas. Hi, Mom and Pop. What do? Love you all live, pretty cat. Hello, Faith Johnson from Delaware. 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 I don't know. I make it up tunes all the time. In fact, Pop and Munchkin were up here seam ripping earlier, and I'm puttering around, and I'm doing this, and I'm sewing there, and I'm singing, and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, I can't even think around you. I was like, oh. So I shut up. I was quiet for about an hour. Not much longer than that. Nope. Okay, so what we want to do, because we don't want to put anything on these two. We want to leave these two guys alone. So we're just kind of roll them up. Get them out of the way. Because I don't want to think about them being in my way. Okay, so and this is where if you had an idea of how or what you wanted to put on your 7 panels, like say you have 7 members in your family. You've got 7 dogs, you have 7 cats, you have whatever. You can put them on there. So thinking what's going to be at the back side, you know, you may want to just put a candy cane or something back there or a Christmas tree. But as you're working towards the front, because, you know, mostly you would attach it around the back of the tree, the far corner, so on and so forth, that all those points coming out around, and then of course at the very front, the number 7 or, you know, 4 at this point or 3, it's going to be important whether you know, maybe it has your family initial on it instead, you know, like ours would, you know, M and P or something like that or whatever, right? It's completely up to you. So think about it, leave them plain, fix them up, fancy them up, whatever you want to do, that's up to you, okay? Just think about it. Just think about it for just a second of how you want it to lay out, okay? So we want these 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to pretty much sit in a curve, okay, going around this triangle with equal portions on either side, because the other one's going to have to link up here too. So, you know what I mean? It's going to have to come up under here to link up with that 5. Okay. Oh, you guys talking about taxes? A quilt double? 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 Okay. Oh. You can put little houses, whatever you want. Whatever you want. Hello, Patricia. Happy to see you here. Yeah, you can put whatever you want. Like I said, if you wanted to spell out your family name, if your last name's Smith or whatever, put a Christmas tree at the end, whatever. You know, it's complete. You can even just leave it. If you don't want to add anything, you think this is, you know, whatever, ugly, gaudy, whatever. It's up, you know, you don't have to. You know, we're doing this because I want more sticking out from underneath my tree. Okay. Would you do a quilt block section for donation quilts so we can send you, kind of like the quilt over here? Hi, Connie. Happy to see you. I'm not sure I understand that. I'm sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Are you talking if we were to build a donation quilt with all your blocks, like say another set of blocks you send me, say you send me a 9 patch or something like that? Is that what you're thinking? That's kind of what that's what I'm kind of getting out of that. I don't know if I'm right or not. Okay, so you kind of want to make sure you have equal portions of your tabs on either side of your 1, 2, 3, 4 fibers, okay, right there. And then want to turn this under, pin, and stitch down. And then that's going to give you the space that you need for whatever applique piece you're doing, or your letter, or whatever you got going on. So we're going to pin this to here. Okay. And fold that raw edge under. I wouldn't zigzag it down or applique it down. I think I'd just fold it under. To me, I think that's going to give the most prettiest finished look to it. And you know, you're going through all this effort to begin with. Let's do it right. You know, let's try and do it right. That's why we tweaked the seams. And you know, if Munchkin didn't say yes to helping me, I probably wouldn't have got it done. So thank you very much, Munchkin. I know I've said it before, but it's nice to get it get set out there for everybody. There was a good munchkin. He's a good seam ripper. He was a little grumpy this morning. I kept trying to make him laugh. It worked a couple times. Then I think it just got to annoyance. I love doing donation quilts. It's a good way to give back. Sometimes if you don't know how to give or you want to give lots, it's good to give a quilt, you know. I'll take a 9 patch. 9 patches of, you know, reds and whites, or 9 patches of grays and reds and whites or something. You know, that would make it. I kind of would try to keep a consistent color theme if we could, especially if it was going to a donation. Or blue. I did it, actually, if you check out a Long Arm Wednesday, I did, I don't know, I think it was late last year. Maybe it was very beginning of this year. I'm not entirely sure. It was a charity quilt, swirls. It was for a Syrian family that had come to the Erin Township for refugee. Anyways, we were making them a quilt. And it's beautiful blues. So it had dark blues and light blues, and they were just strips. Just stripped together, strip blocks, strip piecing, strip. I'm not sure what it was called. I'm sure it's on there, but if you check it out, it's beautiful, beautiful swirls on it. Turned out fantastic. Some of my better stuff. What was it? Wait, I wasn't calling the shots. What's Mimi up to? You were adding lyrics? Oh, I'm sure. Snaggle fraggins. Okay, so I'm going to hold this up and see what you think. Okay. Just pin that around. Okay. And then we can do the other one, or we can sew one at a time, sort of thing, right? It's up to you. You just kind of make sure you're equal portions. So I folded this triangle in half, made a little fold mark, counted my 3, like 1, 2, 3, and then of course it was half of the 3, which makes 2.5-ish. Try to line up that fold with that mark to try and distribute this triangle equally along this part. What's up?
Great.
Grace, Lauren. Say hi to Dr. Moreau, so she lets me out of here so I can come see you. Hello, Dr. Moreau. Can you let her come watch the live stream, please? We love Grace. Is that helping? We see you. Does that mean you're in the hospital? I told you I'd come visit you. You should have told me. See, now I'm wondering. I'm trying to see if I can squeeze time in this week. Oh, all right. Well, you take care of yourself. You're number 1 first. I'm not going anywhere. Whoa. Well, maybe I might be losing my skirt. I just hope you're feeling okay. I care about you. Okay, now if you wanted to, you could use red thread, you could use an applique stitch, a zigzag stitch, something to stitch this down after you fold it. Like, make sure that fold is under, or just use a straight. I'm sure you have all sorts of pretty ones on your machine. This is the time to use them. If you got the one that does, you know, goes like a circle, and then tight again, and then another circle, and then tight again, why not? Put some variegated thread in there, put some fancy thread in there. There you go. I'm going to find something kind of funky and see what I like. Do-do-do. Watch, you can't find anything. Oh, I found it. Okay, this is what's going on, everybody. Do I have F in here? F is what it is. Okay. I thought we were going to be using stitches, funny stitches today, so I thought I'd try to put my other foot in. Okay, so this one I really like because it kind of looks like a twig or like a tree branch. I'm just trying to check that little edge under here. I know it belongs to the one I don't really need to worry about, but all right. So I'm going to start off in the center. I'm just choosing to use white thread. I think it'd be a nice little contrast between that gold and the red. You know, like I said, this is your chance to change it up to whatever you like. If you have some variegated ones, look at my fancy thread container. Where's I had a red. Oh, here's a green one. There's an awesome little variegated green one there. There's a couple of red ones in here, or did I use them all up? There's yellow. Making trees with that one. That one glows in the dark. Oh, here we go. There we go. I think this is called raspberry or something like that. But, you know, if you wanted to use that, you could too. Like, those are just a couple of different little options if you don't want to use, you know, whatever other colors you got, right? So, okay. I'm going to use what? I don't know. Should I use white or should I use the red? See, now I'm thinking about it. What do you think, Pop?
I think you should use red.
You think I should use that variegated red? This pretty one right here?
Sure.
Yeah? All right. Decision made. You need more thread? I do. I have a lot of big ones that I recycle because when we got Walt, a lot of these came with them. And Walt doesn't like this. This is like permacore, signature, whatever. It's very cottony or polyestery, not very shiny. He likes the thin, slidey, glidey stuff, hence glide. And so lots of stuff came with this. So I've always tried to figure out for the last 2 years, since we've had Walt, and how to recycle it into something else. So I use it for piecing, making trees, whatever. I mean, if it's good enough to quilt with, why can't I put quilts together with it? So what are you giggling about? A trip to buy fabric for Cherry gets you into heaven, I think.
You're getting 9 patches now.
I'm getting what?
You're going to be getting 9 patches.
9 patches? Okay, we'll take the white off. We don't need...
deciding on what size of the quilts you're going to be making.
Oh, okay. You guys make that decision without me. I'll put them together. Okay, so load this up. Where's my little centerpiece? Oh, there we go. There we go. Is it already after 4? Where does the time go with you guys? I tell you. Flies by, man. Oh, I lost my nubby. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so we're going to use this very pretty variegated reds. It has a bunch of different reds on here, all the way from burgundy to pink. So I don't see why that wouldn't be okay. Okay, all right. And then let's see what I need for bobbin. I have a nice burgundy. That'll do just fine. Is everything okay? Everything's perfect. All right. Okay. Now, actually, I want to make sure I like this thread first. So I'm going to test it out on my little tree sample here. Just put a little... And the stitch. I want to make sure I like the stitch and the color of thread I have chosen. So let me just stitch a little bit here to confirm before I commit to this, because that's a lot of unpicking I really don't want to do. And I'm thinking I'm liking this. I'm just going to go right across the bottom of this. Amanda, if you're still using this at some point in time. Maybe I'll finish it off and it'll be like the 3rd prize or something, 2nd prize. All right, okay. Now let's cut that. It's almost like, I guess, baseball stitch. That almost looks like the same thing, so check that out. So we'll use that stitch to stitch all the way around. I'm not sure if you can see that. It's easier in the small screen or not, but I don't know if it's helping. Probably not. But yeah, we'll use that to attach it all the way around. I like that. I like that a lot. It's almost like I had surgery. Frankenstein surgery. Okay, all right. Now, We're going from one side to the next with that stitch. Everybody like that stitch? Hopefully. Okay, yeah, MS does suck. Okay. Do. What's going on? Rainbows and puppies? Is that what you're laughing at? Which 9 patch are we speaking of? MS does suck, and I'm sorry, ladies. I wish I could fix it. Wish I had a cure. Okay, now just coming around slowly on this curve that I've just turned under. Okay. Just trying to keep most of my stitches on the gold. And just that little accent touch down touching that red. Because I really wanted that red to shine on the bottom here. So make sure you don't sew over your pins. Of course, I pinned them in the wrong direction. Okay, don't be afraid to stop and go as many times as you need. Tweak your fabric. Maybe tug it a couple of times if you need to over thicker spots. You're the boss. You just want to make sure your edge really is turned under and you're not catching any raw edge. Not saying you're going to wash your Christmas tree a lot, tree skirt a lot. Christmas tree. Yeah, you're going to power hose it. Yeah, power wash the Christmas tree. Christmas tree skirt, but you never know. You never know. And you want to make sure it is be able to be washed. That's why we'll seal it all up. Oops. Okay, we're getting there. Oh, would I find out more? Find out more what? It's coming along, skippity-doo-dah, coming along. Do-do-do. Okay, just going to come to the end of the 5th one there and stitch. Okay, all right. There we go. We got one sewn down. And you can round these out if you want, and in the end, it's completely up to you. I just wanted an extra bit of chunk out, you know. You don't have to have the corner piece on here. Once it gets all long-armed and we figured out what we're doing after that, it's, your choice is your choice, right? Okay, so it gets another triangle here. We are busy dealing with your next quilt. Is that it? Well, at least you guys are going to keep me out of trouble. If it follows me home, it's not my fault. 1, 2, 3. We want half a 3. Do. We want half a 3. Okay, now let's overlap these guys. What's going on?
Cat's out the bag.
Uh-oh. I didn't realize I let him in the bag.
Angie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Being a troublemaker.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Told everybody your birthday's coming.
What? No. Secret. Alert.
November sometime.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's Should I tell them?
I'll tell them yours. Which is before mine, by the way.
It's out.
Uh-oh. You got that, Pat. It is. Yeah, big 46 this year. 46. 1971 was a fantastic year. What? Baby? I feel like an old lady. Some days. Actually, my knee was really bothering me all week. Munchkin and I, on last Friday night, Pop and I were supposed to have a date night, but he wasn't feeling very well, so he went to go lay down and read and stuff. And actually, I think he went to sleep. But anyways, nonetheless, so Munchkin and I worked on his Halloween costume. So we made him a cloak, kind of some really, really cool black micropolar fleece fabric, and and the fact, that pretty much took most of the night. And then he sewed, I'd say, majority of it together. It was being a little wonky with the pins and stuff, but it's just a matter of, you got to know how to work it, right? You're the boss of the fabric. So yeah, so that was fun. We had a lot of fun doing that. A lot of fun making Halloween costumes. Kept us out of trouble. Kept us out of trouble for a little while. It was good fun. Because we always dress up when we hand out our candy and stuff, so. And I got my cloak with all my spiders and glow-in-the-dark bugs all over it, so. Because I'm so scary. Oh, so scary. Actually, if I haven't had my tea in the morning, I am viciously scary. It's get up, go pee, flick on the kettle, or sometimes flick on the kettle on the way to the bathroom. Depends on how important it is. All right, so there's 2. How do we like the look of 2? Hello, Teresa. Happy you're here. You're a January baby, eh, Grace? Who else is in November? Judy says November what? So who else is in November? Oh. He was sneaky. He went and zipped them all out. So we'll have to celebrate. We'll have to celebrate your birthday. Maybe we'll come and visit you then. Take you out for birthday dinner. Okay, now we're going to stitch down the other one. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with these tabby tabs here. I kind of like it that they crisscross over. If I just tuck this one little edgy under. I kind of like that because it comes out just like a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. So I think I'm going to do that. Let's hold him there. Is that the wind? Oh, wow. Jeez, it wasn't very windy earlier. November 9th. Oh, you're coming up there, Heather. Isn't Heather White our Northern Ireland girl?
No.
No, Heather, somebody else? Sorry. Okay. October for you, Judy. Oh, it's almost, is it your birthday already? Come visit me for my birthday. I wish I could, Angie, if you were only so close. Oops. Okay, what's going on here? Nomi does not like that seam. There we go. Very disgruntled with it. Sorry?
Judy's was on the 11th.
Oh, well, happy belated, Judy. I hope you had a great day.
Kathy
Oh, Harrisburg. Okay, sorry, Heather. I thought the one we had for the block from Northern Ireland, her name was Heather, too. I just couldn't remember her last name. I apologize. She's also known as Cat Lady, but I wasn't sure if she was in the chat. You're loving the red on there? That's good. I do, too. It's really popping against this gold, and then that green, and then the other red. It's just like, I'm loving it. It looks fantastic. Either way, it's a tree skirt. It's going to be pretty, you know, and the one who wins it didn't have to make it. I made it. Hope you like it. If you don't like it, don't enter. But I wanted to make sure they were both had similar patterns on them with the fabric that I have, because I didn't want them to be too different from each other, right? Because there's lots of the same color fabrics in them. I didn't want one to be like, you know, we crafted all little tiny houses for it, and the other one was candy canes or something, you know what I mean? So I wanted to try and make them as very similar as possible. Bella lost 2 teeth. Oh my goodness, that tooth fairy must be broke. 2 whole teethies. My goodness. Is that what's on the Christmas list? All I want for Christmas is for 2 front teeth. Turn 12. Oh, happy birthday to your daughter, Heather. Hello, Wanda. Happy to see you here. Hello, Kathy. Hello, KH. I missed where KH was from. Sorry. Oh, East Texas. Sorry. December 1st here. Happy birthday to you all. Exactly. So I have a question for you guys who are in November and December. Do you feel you get a little ripped off at Christmas? A little resentment there? No, I'm kidding. Issues much? I'm kidding. All right. So that's 2 sewing down. All right. Okay, so I think I would like to attach some stuff to these red triangles. I think we're going to put a pin there. We'll attach a few things and see how it goes. Okay. Now, what did I want in here? I have lots of things to choose from. I really, really do. And of course, we can think of other ideas too. I kind of like this snowman-y bits here because it's got not necessarily the same red, but it is pulling this red up here back down into this quilt. Well, I'm going to keep calling it a quilt. It's a tree quilt. So I really like this guy. And I really like this guy. So let's see if we can find him over here and over here, which we can. And I think I'll take them off of there. And then I know I have another. Oh, and this one says Jingle Bells All the Way. Oh, you know what? I like him more. I like the Jingle Bells All the Way. At least there's 2 of them. Okay, I got 2 jingly bells. Okay. So let's go the Jingly Bell All the Way. And then maybe his under snowman here with his ready boots, because this has got little red on the outside of the snowman, and he's got his little ready boots here. So let's give this an iron. I misplaced my Mary Ellen's. I don't know where she went. I was tidying up, and you know what happens.
Safe place.
It's in a safe place, yeah. It's in a safe place. All right, so, and there's enough to cut around Mr. Snowman's. Yeah, and be able to put him down. Okay, so I don't want to cut him anywhere near that with the cutters. And let's fussy cut some stuff. What did I do with my little ruler? Did I knock them off? Oh, it's underneath. Okay. Oh, okay. That's okay. Okay, I like the little lower snowman with his little red boots. And we're going to trim him because he's a little cut right there, right on that orange, yellowy bit. So we're going to trim him up without the yellow. And we can use nice, and you can back this with some interfacing, some stabilizer, what have you. I think, I'm trying to think of where I put my stabilizer. I think it's behind you, Pop, on top of the candy cane quilt or something there, right behind you. Maybe under Grace's bag. Should be some sticky stuff. No, where did I stick it? What did I do with it? Did I put it over here? No, I don't think so. I don't see it. I may have to disappear for a moment. No, I know. I didn't want the bag. I said it was under. I thought it was.
Wanted to see it again.
Oh, Grace wanted to see it again? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, this is the bag I made for Grace. This is the inside or outside. And the handles are quilted, and the whole inside and the outside is quilted with a sunflower print. And I will turn it. I just thought it'd be nice because she knits, and I thought it'd be a good way to tuck everything in a bag. She knew where it was. She could take it with her. Yeah, I thought it was just up there, honey. Clearly, I don't know where I put my stuff. And then here is the other side of it. And of course, I bound it so you could use either one. And like I said, the handles are all padded, and I tried to, mix it up a little bit, switch out the sides. That's it. Awesome. Thanks, darling. Perfect. I'll trade you. So hopefully, there you go. That's for you, Grace. Okay, so I just have some stabilizer here, iron on one side, and then you can just stitch it down. You're just trying to give it a little bit of structure so it's not so flimsy. So try and cut your chunk of piece out. Is it the same size? Everything okay? Yeah. All right. Same size or a little bit smaller because you don't want your iron touching that stuff. It's horrible. It's horrible. Okay, so we'll trim this up a bit. And then this way. Okay, and it's just a little bit smaller. Just smidgenly. See what I mean, but just smidgenly smaller. You don't want your iron touching that stuff. It's going to make your iron all sticky. Okay, so we're going to leave that one there and find our other chunk that I really like, which was Jingle All the Way, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells. And he's got the little scarf that says that, and I really like that. So let's trim him. Oh, I don't know, I kind of like the guy with the gingerbread man too. Okay, all right, make a decision. All right, little guy. We'll save the big guy for something else. We may save him for another piece. I like this guy too. All right. He's got a heart on him too. I like the heart. Okay. So let's make sure I have enough. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. All right. Okay, let's iron these two, and then we will trim this last one up just a smidgy. I want to make sure I can kind of get the placement right, and then we will stitch them down on the red, and we'll do some decorations on the outside of our tree skirt. I'm very excited. It's making progress. I like making progress, right, Clive? You like progress too? He's like, I'm all up for treats, lady. Just give me the treats. Yeah, it just needs a little heat. to seal those two together to make them one, okay? I don't want to roll back because I don't know where you are. You're going to get your tail run over, little buddy. Come on. Okay, you're all on your own then. I don't want to hear no whining. Oh, we'll hear it. Okay, now I'm going to trim this one up a bit. Kind of like his little yellow border that he has on the outside. It's all consistent, so let's try to trim up to his yellow border. Okay, and he's a little bit below because the picture extends past his little frame. So we're just squaring it up. And of course, you could nip off corners, you could hexagon this, you could totally, completely fussy cut him. You just wanted him and his hat, or the gingerbread man and him, you know, didn't want the lantern, you know, whatever. Nope, you're not coming up. That's like, this is where, you know, your imagination kind of takes into play, right? So let's take the one that's near the back, and we like that. Like him right there. Oh, maybe only one will fit. I'm like, we could layer them if you wanted. Oh, there we go. Okay. Actually, I think I like him over there a little bit. Tuck him up. You know, if you found some of the blog, if you were following along with our Christmas tree, our Christmas quilt, sorry, not Christmas tree, Christmas quilt, and you just like some of the blocks, this is where you can put them on. If you're, you know, want to do the skirt part but didn't do the quilt part, right? So, sorry, got fuzzies in my eye.
What stitch are you going to use when you put it on the triangles?
Oh, that's it. I was going to pick a different one. I was thought maybe more of a applique stitch. Sorry, I think I got fluff in my eye. It's okay. It's moving away. Okay. I want to make sure the placement is a little bit more precise. I may actually switch that out. I don't know. Do you like it with the one better or with the two? I mean, I'm kind of torn, so I'll wait for your feedback. What do you think? The two little guys on there, or should I pick maybe something smaller, or just leave the one? Whoa. One on each corner. Well, okay, all right. There we go. Unanimous. Get over there. All righty. All right, we'll put this one down. I like it. Oh. All right, try and center them up. You know, you got your 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So kind of center them up right underneath 3. Depending how far you want to take them down. You got to make sure you're allowing for your binding here too. So you don't put anything down too far that your binding is going to cut it off, okay? So make sure your pattern or your print or your picture or whatever it is that you're going to, you know what? Family photos would be fantastic for this. I just totally thought of that. Because I'm thinking, oh, he kind of looks like a little photo. A family photo. Everybody in the family. Amazing. That would be a great idea. All right, so kind of make sure you line them up. Looks good to you. Looks good to me. Pin her down. That's a good idea, Wanda. I think I probably would do a little bit of snowflakes or something, accenting stitches in this red to help them pop up a little bit. But I think really just one little thing per triangle is a good idea. Yeah. Sometimes, you know, I think I got this great idea and I think it'll be all good, but sometimes too cluttered. It gets too cluttered. So it's like my brain sometimes. It gets too cluttered. Meow. Yeah, you too. Nope. 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 I think he's actually missing 2 teeth. He just yawned at me. He's missing one of his top fangs and he's missing one of his lower fangs. So he's only got this one and this one. You poor little cat. Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, see. Come here. Let's check and make sure. This is the dentist channel. Come here. Are you missing your fang? Oh, he is too. He is missing his top fanger. What happened, little buddy? Me? He's such a loving cat. He really, really is. He would just go with you wherever you go. He's hopped in customers' bags to go home with them. I mean, he's just a loving cat. Okay, I don't think I want to stick with, well, yeah, I do. I do want to stick with my red thread, but I don't want that stitch. I want the stitch, which is, I'm going to have to write this down. Here we go. Because I want to make sure I continue to do the rest of the red triangles with that. So my little Inspire book, which I keep my little notes in, and clearly $20. Woohoo, score! Money! All right. I want to make sure it was number 12 of the 37 stitches on quilt. Okay, so that way I know, because I don't know what they call this one. I just want to make sure that I know which one it is, and there's going to be no issues. Okay, so when I go back to do that again. Oh, who's coming for a visit? Oh, yeah, but you won't be hiding.
She wants to take a picture.
Oh, yeah, he won't pose for pictures. Okay, so I want to go back and do more of a regular applique stitch. So actually it's an applique. And I like this one right here. It's a little bit, I was going to say spread apart. It's just taking a little bit in. It's only coming in just a tiny, tiny little bit. So I will show up to the big camera as soon as I am finished. I'm going to start off at a corner. When you are pivoting, coming down to the end of this corner, like when I come down to the end of this square, I'm going to pivot, but I'm making sure I'm going to stop on this outside edge right here, okay? I love this variegated red. It's going to just tie everything together, you know. It's got many shades of red, many shades of green. You know, that's what Christmas is all about. Okay, come a little bit. Make sure it lines right up. Keep tapping your foot until, there we go, stops on the outside. Okay, foot up. Maneuver over. You're going to let little hairs. We can trim all those hairs afterwards. Hairy bits. Okay. And come along. All the way to the other side and wait till you come right to that corner, and on the outside it just keeps that look nice and consistent as you're going around the block. If you stop on the inside and you're stopping off one of those inside points, when you go to come around your corner, you're going to be like, it's going to stitch weird, and then you're going to have to try and swing your project around to make sure it's stitching right again. So if you just stop on the outside, it's so much easier. Lift up, come back down, no worry, no stress. You know where you got to go to. You know how it's going to look in the end. Easy peasy. And of course, I have it on Leadfoot Mary mode. I said Leadfoot Mary. Larry. My mom is Mary.
It also applies.
Sorry?
It also applies.
Yeah, it does. That it does. She used to be. She used to be a Leadfoot Larry. I bet she's scooting around fast in her scooter, though. Like, how fast can this baby go? I'm just disappointed with the Canadian government. It took her 11 years to get her wheelchair, like her motorized wheelchair. Like, that's just silly. All right, so that is done. Beautiful, beautiful, done. Okay, put the pins in there. We will trim our couple little hairy bits. Trim those up. No. Do-do-do. All right. Now, what do you think of that? If you can see, I'll have to look in the camera. There we go. Isn't he cute? Oh, the little snowman there. Almost looks like a little postcard. Can you guys see that one? See the small one? There we go. There we go. Cool. That way? Go that way. I don't know. I can never get it right. Oh. All right. Well, hopefully it looks cute enough. Okay. Now, do I want to put a snowman in the next one? No, I don't. What do I want to do? I want to put. Okay. Oh, you know, I love Lens Mills and the cheap fabricy bitty bobs sections for a couple of reasons. They have those vests you put together, or the apron you put together, or the kid's smock that you put together, and it has all these little bobs on it, and then you cut them out and you put them on a wall hanging, a pillow, a bag, or what have you, right? So I thought even just these small ones would be perfect. Not necessarily we were going to use Santa Claus, but, you know, lop him out. And use these guys. You could put the little bag with the little teddy bear and then the little stocking with there if you wanted to. I mean, these are, and you sometimes can find the panel or the piece for 99 cents. You still have all these options, right? It did have other ones on it too, but I think I just opted not to have them here. Okay. All right. So I did like, what was it, this one? And wanted a heart, right? Because it says all hearts come home for Christmas. So I would like to have that saying in this heart. So I'm not sure if he's going to fit there. He may be just snug as a bug in a rug. Oh, we're going to be pretty darn close. So we're going to applique, or not, yeah, we'll applique it down, but we're going to put our little fabric on stabilizer that we need first, okay? Because I really like that. All hearts come home for Christmas. Okay, we got a nice big chunk here. Wrong scissors. There we go. And yes, you need 12 scissors. Okay, so we're going to use that. I'm going to use that, and I want to make sure I'm coming up around those two snowmans and enough to come down around those words. And come down and make maybe like even just a fat heart. It doesn't have to be a long heart. It can be a fat heart. Okay, let's press, make sure that's the shiny side is down. Okay, let's give that a little press. And this is where fussy cutting or being picky about where you're going to put what you're going to put down is, you know, your choice, right? If you don't have any of this funky fabric, you can make everything. You can just, like I said, leave it plain, applique, not applique, but creative stitch your stuff on it. You know, it's up to you. Okay, so let's get our little pencil. And we know we kind of want to come in the middle of these two peoples, or snowmo peoples. Want to line up these little images, like this green line going straight, this little text going straight there. And of course, I want to make half a heart. And hopefully, I may have to do it on this side because Christmas comes out more than just than all hearts. So here. And of course, it's just rough. You know, you pencil it out first, double check and see if you like it. You don't like it, you don't have to commit to it. Okay, I need a little bit more point here on the end of my heart here. But I did get the word Christmas in there, which means I'm going to get the word all and the holly on the other side. I'm happy with that. Does that look like a good half a heart? What are we talking about? I'm so confused.
Nothing to worry about.
Okay, alrighty, cutting the heart out. And if you find your heart's too big, you can trim it, you know. Oh, I think that turned out just fantastic. What do you think? Aw, I love it. Perfect. Okay. Now line her up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right in the middle of 3. Try and make it even with the pointy. Okay. That looks good. Yeah? It's cute, isn't it? Loving it. All hearts come home for Christmas. Very cute. It's like a little girl and a little man, so perfect. Perfect. All right. We'll stitch this one down and call it a show. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Want to make sure you put enough pins in there. Take your time as you're stitching around. If you don't have any fancy feet or fancy stitches, all you have is a straight stitch. This is where you can use some a skein of cotton yarn or thread or something like that and do your little applique stitches around the outside, or even just like a whip stitch or something, you know. It still would look pretty cool. There we go. I love our little snowmans. And I have enough, of course, of the fabric to do another one of these. So, like the second one will look just as good as the first one. So, okay.
Andy says stitch it really slow. We don't want you to go.
Oh. Oh, that was a good catch. Right into thread box. Okay, make sure you're not catching anything underneath, okay? Not like... Oh. Oh, is it from my bucket? Yeah. Just roll it up. Oh, you got sad too? Don't be sad. You can't get rid of me. I'm here. All right. Make sure it's on the stitch I like. If you want to mix up your stitches, have at her. You know, live wild, live dangerous. Okay, I'll turn the speed down. Okay, there we go. And I like that little pop of red as it's coming around is really tying it into the triangle behind it. Okay, don't forget to stop, pivot. Pivot a little bit too much there. There we go. Well, I hope you all enjoyed the little free motion sample in the beginning of the video of the live stream, and you take it a challenge. Like I have extra batting, so like I wish I could send you some, and it wasn't terribly expensive, but so I have items to play with, and feel free to putt around things and experiment on. So. You know, hopefully you got something too. Maybe you got some funky fabric you're never going to use for the outside of a quilt at all ever. Put it on the inside. Make a little sandwich with it, with a fabric of white or dark or something. Say all you have is light threads, only light threads. Then use a dark fabric and use your light threads and make a birch tree, or make it so it's at night and it's glowing off the moon or something like that, you know. Just have some fun. I know you can do it. If you do take it on the challenge of just puttering around and having some fun, I'd love to see pictures. And Sue, she sent me a picture via the Facebook in regards to her 60-inch Christmas tree. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it on mine, but I could see it on Pop, so I couldn't comment. For some reason, I couldn't, so sorry about that, Sue. But your tree looks awesome. I loved how it was the black and white goose around the red base of the tree, like it was making a little tree skirt to itself. I thought that was really awesome. I love that. So I may have to do that tree for that Christmassy gifting I was thinking for my mom. Remember that? So I thought that was a great idea. She can almost like kind of decorate it a little bit. Put a couple of hooks in a couple of spots, and she can actually feel like maybe she's decorating it with a couple of little pre-made ornaments. Aww. Hate to waste anything just to play. It breaks my heart. Oh, well. It's not necessarily a waste, though. That's the thing. I may turn that into something else, and I've always learned something from it, so it's not really ever a waste. You know, it's a matter of practicing and you know, and having some fun. Like the tree I made on the long arm you know, I've already had somebody who was interested in it. They go, oh, what are you doing with that? I'm like, oh, you like it? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, well, we could talk. You know? All right, almost around. Okay. And this is where a green, a variegated thread too would be awesome, or even just green, like a dark green, olivey green sort of thing, maybe like this kind of dark green. I call it kind of army green, but it's probably called olive or something. All right, stop on the outside. Okay. Lift off, shift, make sure nothing's pinched underneath. Yeah, I'm looking forward to next week. We'll finish off the other 5 because we got 2 done today. And you saw how I was working out the triangles and how we're going to round out that edge and even up the bottom a bit. You know, we made great progress today. And we're making ourselves a very beautiful quilt top for our tree. We'll make sure our tree is nice and warm this winter inside. Ooh, okay. Let's check these 2 out. Hold on, I'm try and fold it in half so you can see. Do do do. Do 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 do. There we go. How's that? Can't see, so hopefully it looks okay. Yeah. Awesome. So check out the little heart. Check out the little, there, sorry. There's, check out the little heart. Yes. Can you get that on the screen? No? A little bit?
Half of it.
Half of it. Because I'm a dork. I can't figure this out. And then there's that one. All right. Awesome. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around and liking and subscribing and all your feedback. And I can't wait to read the text. Uh-oh, I'm not supposed to be watching TV after 9. Well, I'm sorry you're in the hospital bed, Grace. As is SPE. Oh, I'm sorry, ladies. Wish I'd come visit ya. I bring treats. Sneak in some cookies. Shh. Oh, thank you, Judy. Thanks, Heather. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Sandra. Thanks, Grace, Becky, Angie. Appreciate everything. What's up? Nothing? He's looking at me? He's looking at me again. All right, you guys have yourself a fantastic week, and we will see you on Longer Wednesday when we're going to do up a quilt top that we have here that is going to be for donation. Okay? So have a great day. Thanks again, and we'll see you soon. Big hugs from the Mom and Pop Quilt Shop. Bye-bye.